So lying on the ground, you can have bent knees or not. Closing your eyes and beginning to breathe steadily. Just feeling your in and out breath. Going into your very thoughtful brain. Think, where can you release into the ground? Can it be your shoulders, your head's weight, your pelvis's weight, your belly? And then experience that feeling of more release. Taking the breath into just the nose. So the sip in through the nose. The slow push out through the nose. Allowing the back of your throat to open and start to make a little hum, a little noise. Continuing this Ujjayi breath all throughout class. It is the most important thing. Each posture getting deeper with the steady breath. Let's begin to bend our knees and take the knees into the body. Light hands on top of the knees for a light squeeze. How can you release the back a little more into the ground? Start to squeeze your knees a little closer to your torso and start to roll over towards your left as if your left elbow would come out to be a kickstand. Maybe it does. And then rock it over towards your right elbow starts to kickstand, finds the ground. And then doing this again, rocking through the center to the left. Left elbow catches you as you roll to the left. And once more to the right. Let's extend our legs up into the air. Hands come to the back of the thighs, reaching through the heels, toes towards your nose. And then tuck your right leg in front of your left leg. So as if you're, hanging out, crossing your legs, sitting. And then start to bend the knees. The ankles are wide, the thighs squeezed in together. Let's again take our elbows to be kickstands and rock this knee, this crossed legs, rock it to the left, left elbow catches you. Rock it through the center, let the right elbow catch you. Doing it once more. And once more over to the right. Let's roll to the center. Untuck the right leg, both feet into the air, hands to the back of the thighs. And left thigh, left leg coming over the right thigh, ankles wide and rolling the thighs together. Our kickstand, elbows, roll it to the left. Feeling the low back really get its squeeze with the ground. Roll it to the right. Doing again. Where is your breath? In the center, let's unlock the knees, legs into the air. Once again, just on the ground, Supta Tadasana, staff pose. Okay, knees into the body. Let's release the feet towards the ground wide, knees knock in towards each other, and start to windshield wiper. Back and forth. This with the feet pushing into the ground and not moving, but finding some stickiness to the ground, some friction, hopefully releasing some tension in the low back. And then when you're ready, let's knock the knees over to the left, arms wide, look right. Spinal twist, breathe into your back body. Feeling what's sore today, what's expansive, what needs breath. Going over to spinal twist on your second side when you're ready. Staying with that broad nasal breath. Knees coming up into the sky, and then a Apanasana, squeeze the knees in, tuck the head up towards the knees, big squeeze, big squeeze. All right, starting to rock forwards, backwards. We'll rock into a tabletop however you want. So feet can cross, you can pop forward, you can go to the side, whatever feels good. Setting yourself up maybe with a double mat or a blanket underneath your knees. Let's stay in tabletop, push the hands into the ground, separate the fingers broad, wide from each other, including that pinky finger. Really try to get it as far over to the left, as far over to the right as you can. And then start to drop the belly, look up and round. Moving between your cat-cow and enjoying each little movement. Curiosity about the spinal tension, the spinal release, the stretch, the rounding, the arching. How do your shoulders feel in your cat? And let's move it into creative cat-cow, really taking whatever intuitive movement is going to serve. Don't think about it. Finding that tough spot, that bubble, whatever it may be. All right, let's come back to tabletop and then release your left elbow into the ground. It's a train track with the side left of your mat. The right foot is going to reach back. The toes are tucking on the ground. And so the left elbow and the right toes are really pushing into the ground. Your, right hand is kind of just ancillary. Push that right heel back. Start to squeeze your belly up into your spine. All right. With control, let's lift that right foot into the air. Start to bend your knee, kick your own butt with your heel. Holding. If your right hand needs to walk wider for balance, all good. And then extend that right foot back. Let's bring the knee down and lift to regular tabletop, left palms down. We'll do the second side. Our right forearm releases. Really find grippiness. The whole forearm palm connection is parallel to the side of your mat. And then left toes release behind you. Really stretching into that left calf. You're really pushing into the right forearm. To do so, the belly starts to lift. There's tiny roundness of your belly, making your back concave. Really push, push, push harder into your palm, your forearm. Breathing. This is work in our shoulder. And then inhale the left foot into the air and kicking the butt. Holding there, trying to squeeze that heel as close to your butt as you can. Notice, there's maybe wobbliness, there's maybe shake back and forth. It's all stabilizing muscles. Such a way to strengthen. Lengthen the leg. Drop it down and knee down, lifting to tabletop. All right, let's tuck our toes, lift to downward dog, and let the downward dog move and bend and shake however you need. Let's draw our knees wide and sit to a child's pose. Crawl your hands further in front of you, and then we'll crawl the hands over to the left. We'll do our side body stretch right away. Right fingers keep crawling to the left. Walk it through the center, and second side, the left fingers keep drawing rightward. Through the center, we will lift tabletop. Let's draw our right arm underneath the face, lift the left arm up. We'll revolve table, lift through that left arm. And left hand down underneath the face. We'll do the second side, right arm lifts. Lift your torso further away from the ground. And release, palms even, press into the ground, lift to downward dog. Let's look to the top of our fingers and slowly, many walks, walk your feet towards your hands. Many walks, so basically just shifting the down dog to shorter and shorter down dog. Until you're folded, roll it up, bend the knees, slow roll. Let's continue the slow roll, arms come wide, and then roll your shoulders so the thumbs turn down. Roll, thumbs turn up. Rolling shoulders. All right. At the top of our mat, let's take our hands behind us. And the clasp of those palms, reach it away from your body. Start to bend at the hips, the hands lifting into the air. You can keep a micro bend in your knee if that feels good. And then the hands draw your torso up. We'll stand tall again. Unclasp, lift the arms high, and here from our high mountain we'll begin a little flow. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lift it halfway. Exhale, plant your palms and step the feet back to a plank. Breathe in, breathe out, lift to downward dog. Inhale, big exhale. Inhale, right foot high into the sky. Ooh, reach it higher. Exhale, the right foot comes behind your right hand, left knee drops down and we'll untuck the toe, lift the torso, arms are high. A low lunge, hands release behind you, puff up the heart, lift the chin. Let's exhale, unclasp the hands, left hand down, right arm up. Revolved, low lunge. Right hand down and draw your butt towards your heel, right leg is long. Head low. Half monkey pose. All right. Left hand down, right hand down. Take your right knee back to the ground and left forearm down again. Right toes tuck again. We've been there before. Find opposition in the push. Find stickiness in the mat. Firm your belly. Lift your right leg. Butt kick. You can do a few of those if you'd like. Extend and butt kick. Extend and butt kick. Holding that belly firm, lifting all of the ribs up into compound ribs. All right, right knee down. Let's take palms to the ground, tuck toes, downward dog. Breathe it in. Breathe it out, look forward, step or hop your feet towards your hands, lifting halfway, we'll roll, bend into the knees, roll it high. To stand high. You can, nice, resolve, hands down, and then we'll start our second side. Inhale, lift high. Exhale, swan dive. Lift it halfway, hands plant and step it back to a plank. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lift the butt. Big exhale. Inhale your left foot high into the air, higher, higher. And exhale, left foot behind your left hand. We're releasing our right knee, untucking the toes and lifting to a low lunge. Trying to find a straight line between our right fingertips and our right knee. Hands come to clasp behind you and really puff up the heart. Lift the heart, hands draw away from your butt. And exhale, brings your right hand down, left arm up. All right. Hands down, take your left knee down, and then let's draw our right forearm to the ground, left toes tuck. And find that opposition. You're pushing your toes and your forearm, belly lifting. This could just be willy-nilly, but make it harder. Draw your torso, your whole body away from the ground. And then lift your left foot, bend and kick your own butt. Using the gaze probably towards your right thumb. All right. Drawing the left foot down, knees down, palms into the ground, tuck toes, downward dog. Let's stay in downward dog for 5 breaths. So lifting the butt tall, big exhale. Inhale. Exhale, trying to lengthen through the arms as if you're turning your elbow points out towards the front of your mat. One more breath before looking and stepping or hopping to the top of your mat. And lifting halfway, exhale, releasing, rolling up. Top of the mat, nice. And hands down. Cool, okay. At the top of our mat, we'll do a pretty simple sun salutation, and then you'll have a chance to just flow with it. So inhale, lift, swan dive, lift it halfway, release hands, step to a plank. Breathe there and lift the butt. Inhale your right leg high, step it forward. Let's take our back foot down and roll it up to a warrior one. We're facing the front of our mat. Hands come down, right foot back, a full plank. Lift to downward dog. Breathe. Exhale. Breathe. Exhale. Our 5 breaths. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Inhale. 4. Inhale. 5. Inhale your left foot high. Stepping it forward. Let the back heel come down to rise to warrior one on your second side. And exhaling, hands down, left foot back. Downward dog, 5 breaths. Really giving those 5 breaths their due. The places we breathe, it's all the time, but this is a hard position, so calming yourself with the breath as your body is, taut, tight, finding difficulty. After our 5th, we'll look forward, unstep or hop your feet up, lift halfway and release, bending the knees, rolling it to stand. And exhaling. So that's our sequence. It's a sun salutation. We'll lift, we'll bend, we'll lift, we'll release to a plank. We're lifting to down dog. And then we're moving to a warrior one, right foot. On your own breath. Coming to a downward dog for 5 breaths. After that, we'll do our left side, our 5 breaths. We'll reset and do it again. You know how to do it. Feeling your breath on your own rhythm. Very nice. Stretching through the fingertips. And excellent. After your 5 breaths in your downward dog,
We'll return to the top of our mat eventually, taking your time to do so. Very nice. All right, top of the mat. Let's keep our right foot planted where it is, and then let the left foot reach back. We'll come into a warrior two, arms wide, bend in your front right knee. We'll start to move it right away, lengthening and bending, lengthening and bending. Keeping your whole torso nice and taut, nice and rolling into itself. Let's stay in our warrior two, right elbow to our knee. Left arm first, reach it tall to the sky, and then reach it forward. It slides along the face, inner arm to your ear. Where's your breath? Lifting it back to your warrior two. Let's cartwheel, left hand down, right hand down. Step your right foot back, downward dog. All right, inhale your right leg high. Right foot forward. We'll do the same sequence from the top of class. Left knee down, it's a lunge. That knee can be down or up. Hands release behind you, puff up the heart, inhale. And exhale, left hand down, right arm up. Revolve lunge. Taking your right hand down and lengthen that right leg, sitting to half monkey pose. All right, hands come down, right knee down. It's a tabletop, the left forearm down, right toes tuck. That same opposition we found at the top of class. Left forearm, right toe. Lift your right foot off the ground, kick your own butt. You get that heel tighter to your butt each time. All right, and then we'll add on our right knee. Let it come up towards your right elbow. We do this sometimes in downward dog, but our left knee is down. And then reach it long. Rounding the front belly, the belly is taut and tight, that right knee towards your right elbow. Reach it long. Once more, small in the front belly. Reach it long, release the right knee, both hands down. Tabletop, tuck toes, lift to downward dog. All right, looking forward, step or hop your feet towards your hands, lift halfway, release. Bending, rolling, lift it high, hands down. So our left foot will stay where it is, and then our right foot comes back. We're coming into warrior two, our left foot forward. Start to move it right away. Lengthen, lift, and release, bend. So lengthening the front left leg and then bending into the knee. Taking yourself to each edge. So tall, tall, and bent as deep as you can. Couple more. All right, from the bent left leg, your elbow comes to your knee. Right arm lifts straight into the sky. So as if you're pulling your whole shoulder socket up, 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 and then bring it forward. The inner arm sweeps alongside your face and your ear. Hold in opposition. That back foot and those top fingers. Reaching as far away from each other as they can be. All right, right hand sweeps back. Sorry, lift to warrior two. And then cartwheel your hands down, right hand down, left foot back, downward dog. Breathe it in. We'll do our sequence. Left foot up, left foot forward, and right knee down. It's a low lunge. Exhale, hands clasped behind you, puff up the heart. Lift the chin, nice, and release. Right hand down, left arm twisting upward. Left hand wide of your foot and releasing that left leg long. I realized a long time ago, beginning of class, we forgot to do this. So let's take it for an extra couple breaths. Really lifting those left toes towards your face. All right, bending that knee, palms plant, and left knee down. Draw your right forearm completely down, and the left toes reach into the ground as your left heel reaches back. Opposition there. Find the clench in your belly. Lift your left foot. Start to kick your own butt. Keeping all, trying to be like so graceful. For me, there's a wobble, there's a wiggle. That's okay. Stabilizing is good. Kick your butt harder, closer to the heel to the butt. All right, looking forward, our right forearm might pop up the ground, maybe not. Let's draw our left knee towards our left elbow, round it, hold it, and then reach it back. Again, left knee, left elbow, rounding the whole front body is reaching upwards. Lift it back. Our third one, left knee, left elbow, round that belly, lift it up, hold the knee higher, and reach it back, knee down, hands plant. Let's lift a downward dog. Can bend through the knees, bend through the knees. Okay, without resetting, we're just gonna take some high lunges. So right foot reaches high, right foot comes where the right hand is. Keep that back heel up. We're gonna lift it for a high lunge. Trying to lengthen your left knee away from the ground. Feel it in your hand, hip flexor. Hands come to clasp, puff up the heart. Chin lifts. Keeping that right knee bent a lot. Unclasp the hands, left hand down, right arm up, a high revolve lunge. Maybe your hand finds the ground, maybe you're challenging yourself to not find the ground. I prefer finding the ground. Okay, right hand wide to the ground, pop your left foot forward about a foot, and your right leg draws long. So no bent knees. Draw your right hip back, let your left hip push forward. All right, looking forward, bend your right knee, plant your hands. We'll step back to a downward dog. And taking our second side, left foot rises. Left foot forward where the left hand is. Keep your back heel off the ground. We're rising to a high lunge. Trying to make that whole back leg long. Pushing, reaching through that right heel. Steadying your breath. Hands come behind to clasp, puff up your heart. Our exhale releases the clasp, right hand down, left arm up. Moving slowly, deliberately, keeping the whole torso nice and contracted today. Our exhale draws our left hand down wide of the foot, pop the back foot forward and both legs are long. Reach the left hip back as you draw the right hip forward. Okay, looking forward, bend into the knees and just right foot forward. We're in a forward fold at the top of our mat. Let's clasp opposite elbows and let this be exploratory. You can bend knees a lot. Figure 8, drip, drape. Second side, elbows, unclasp, reclasp. Okay, start to bend your knees. Start to roll it up. Shin's the last thing to leave your chest. A Tadasana. Nice. Okay, so in the middle of our mat, our left foot is going to be our balancing foot. So left foot gets really sticky to the ground. And then let's do our right knee high in front of us first. So finding balance, the belly reaching back. Let's let the hands draw upwards, tall through the fingers, high through the right knee. Find a point of focus. 5 breaths. Contracted with your belly. Pushing into the ground with your left foot. Okay, our right foot is going to come forward and to the left of your left foot. So you're crossing your legs, both feet stamped onto the ground. Crossed legs, right foot, right leg in front. Swan dive it over. Squeeze those legs together. Release the head. And keeping the soles of the feet really locked into the ground, roll it up. And the right foot can step back to its spot. We'll add on our right, so left foot still sticky into the ground. Our right foot comes to try to kick our butt. Take our right hand onto the right foot. You can reach to grab it outside of the right foot. Left hand draws high, and we're working to kick our right foot into our hand and reach further through our left fingertips. Keeping your head drawing tall, this dancer. Maybe the right foot rising into the air, really pushing into the hand. 5 breaths. If you fall out of it, come back into it. Push the foot harder, reach the hands longer. 1 more breath. Releasing out of it. Hands tall, hands back behind you, puff up the heart. Release. All right, so our second side, our right foot gets sticky. Left knee into the air and wide, draw the hands up next to your ears. Accessing the push through the right foot, the pull up through the fingers, breathing for 5 breaths. Slowing it down. Okay, the left foot forward and to the right of the right foot. Stamp those feet down. And then a swan dive with these crossed legs. Breathing into your hips. Trying to really root through full feet to push yourself up, roll it up. And left foot back to its spot. Okay, still sticky through the right foot. Left foot starts to kick your butt. Left hand outside of your left foot, reach for it. Right hand drawing up, and then it's opposition through those right fingers, kick the foot into the hand. Dancer pose, first staying nice and tall through the whole crown of your head. Breathing 5 breaths. It's a fully active pose. Every time your foot reaches into the hand, more the right hand lifts. Fully activate wide and broad of each other. One more breath. Releasing. Nice. Let's shake. Let the hands paddle sides of your body. And let the hands slowly come into stillness. Nice. Okay, let's come to our backs. So, butt on the ground, back to the ground, feet wide on your mat. And let's let the knees knock into each other. And then trying to keep your low back on the ground, take your feet off the ground. The feet are still wide, the knees are touching, the thighs are trying to eliminate any air there. Feet wide, knees together. Nice. Hands lift and stand on the ceiling with your palms. So just pushing the knees together, reaching the heels of the hand up. Low back trying to grip into the ground. Holding here, inhale. We'll exhale, the heels will tap, the knees go wide. Staying there, recommit the low back into the ground. Inhale, exhale, switch it to our first position. Knees tap, feet wide. Breathing, this is hard. Inhale and exhale to our second position, knees wide. Doing it once more, inhale, change. Inhale and change. Awesome. Reach the hands towards the heels. You can lift the chin to get it there. Maybe you're on the outsides of the ankles. And then knees as wide as you can. Lifting tall. Doing the work with the belly, not just the neck. All right, release the head, release the back, and feet down, knees to the left, spinal twist, gaze to the right. We'll take it to the second side, knees to the right. Lift through the knees. Let's take a happy baby, reaching for your side feet. Letting it be experiential, experimental, different. Okay, and
Hands come on top of the knees. Let's take our right ankle on top of the left ankle. Figure 4. Finding where it feels good, maybe behind the thigh, in front of the knee. Right knee pressing outward. Long breaths here. All right, untucking that foot. Let's draw the left foot to the ankle to the knee. Just our second side. Gripping where it feels good and breathing. Challenging the mind to just focus on the breath. This next one, let's unclasp the legs. Let's draw the feet to the ground and let the feet, the heels, be close to your butt. Close to your butt. Let's take the fingers so they can kind of touch the backs of the ankles, palms flat, and take your shoulders into the ground, roll and tuck your shoulders underneath you to lift your pelvis. So we'll stay in a lifted bridge. You can take your hands to the underside of your butt if you'd like, pushing it higher. Try to keep your knees reaching almost towards each other. Lifting in your bridge a little higher. And when you're ready, roll the elbows out wide, slowly drawing the back towards the ground. Let's extend our feet out in front of us. Hands lift behind you. A long eye on the ground. Reach the fingers, reach to the heels. Reach a little harder, longer. And exhale, let's bend elbows and knees. Okay, windshield wiper again. Close your eyes. And exploratory movement until you settle to stillness. So exploratory, happy baby, rolling the back. Stay with your breath, be shut with the eyes, heavy with those eyelids. Amplifying the breath in and out a little bigger. Even as you settle the body to stillness, choosing active breath. A bunch more cycles. The song you sing is nourishing. Shavasana.
Coming back to your breath. Starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Wrists and ankles start to circle. As you're ready, bending your knees. Starting to roll to one side. From there, deep breath. And sitting to your comfortable seat whenever you're ready. Let's take our hands together, palms rubbed together. That created heat going somewhere on your body that needs extra attention. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Release. The light in me sees, honors, and delights in the light in all of you. Namaste.